Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day we finish these temples once and for all. Right now, all we have to do is finish the last one, Leo Temple. Also, I use this place for grinding too, because it's better to farm in a place where I know that all the encounters are practically the same, than to go to the factory where there are weaker enemies. So, I did what I did with Scorpio Temple, and I basically just ran around in a circle for a while, blowing up encounters, and getting to level 63, I think I'm at now? Yeah, level 63! So, before we go fight the boss, in which we already know who it is at this point, I am gonna run back and grab the WXP, and then I'm just gonna Estoma my way to the boss. But Leo Temple should be the most straightforward one. We have 2 more fusion spells drop. So, back when I said that there were 2 personas I need to make, that was a lie. There was actually 3. Anyway, we need to go run to an encounter immediately. But we do have 2 fusion spells that both require the same persona. It's a good that I set up my stuff so that way we can use... Oh, crap. Well, shit. They're gonna attack before me. Alright, well, first things first. Set up our best move, Dashing Strike. And then we will use Megidola and Summon Spirits, because we still have Amino Seimei. And then June, you could just click Cross Fortune, I guess. But I doubt they're going to survive. I mean, we are level 60 plus. These guys are no threat anymore. They're going to try very hard and probably fail. But by using Megidola with Summon Spirits, we got Hachiman, which only killed 2 of them and the rest of them are dead. Remember that only Ikichi can use Beelzebub with bad affinity. No one else can use him. Alright. Well, somewhere over here is another encounter, which gives me the perfect opportunity to use the other fusions. Oh, fuck me. Well, perfect opportunity to use the other fusion spell by using Thunder Baptism, which we get rank 8 along with Summon Spirits. We get yet another fusion spell, and then the fight's over because we're just gonna click Dashing Strike and then the enemy's all dead. And on the off chance they don't die, we have Cross Fortune. You attacking first? Yep. I cannot wait to be done with these guys for good. We got Taki Mikazuchi. Of course, these 3 Chuckle Fucks all resist magic. Wow, they all lived. We may actually get to see Cross Fortune. Never mind. Well, I guess we're never gonna see Cross Fortune. Because now I can go right back to my old tactic. Because I don't need to use Beelzebub anymore. Anyway. Somewhere around. This is the stairs. Not where I want to go. Now we can go back to our old tactics. And by old tactics, I mean... No, not Tatsuya. We use June. We use Dashing Strike. And Kichi clicks buttons. Guess you can just use Megidola since it's everything. And then we just skip because we already know how these fights end. Like I said, we already know how these fights end. I could put Nasa back on Ikichi to boost damage. Because Ikichi has higher strength than Lisa. Alright, here we are. 50k. But if we continue to go this way... and then immediately run to this encounter. It's fine. It's over. They're dead. Fight's over.
Serves you right.
Alright. This way. Alright, this is it. We get Dodona's Orb, which is another material card. So on this floor are a number of stairwells that we need to go through that will lead us to varying places in this temple. And then immediately get into another encounter.
Out of my way.
I will be right back. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have caught, because I literally one-shot them. It's kind of absurd how much stronger we're getting. I could have stormed at this point. Let me think here. Is it this stairs or the other one? Oh, I'll try it. Alright. I think I went to the wrong one. But, watch and learn. This fight's over. Oh, what? He lived! Never mind. Also, June's caught up pretty well in terms of EXP. He was behind by a lot back when we got him.
Out of my way.
Also, fight's over.
Did I overdo it?
Though I will admit, let me got something to say me. No, Kronos. That's Salmon Recarm. That's pretty good. Kronos is pretty good for support. We can set up group-wide buffs with him. And now we have that, too. Alright, a Vitality card. There's nothing else for us over here, so we're out of here. Oh, hi, Cerberus. I don't need your cards anymore, so you can die.
Did I overdo it?
Look, just as a side note, look at Tatsuya's HP and his SP. It's absolutely absurd how high it's gotten. Alright, back we go. Alright. This way. Into the arms of an encounter. Die.
Did I overdo it?
But yeah, that third persona that I made that I didn't remember that I needed, it may not be relevant right now, but we do need it for the purposes of a future fusion. Anyway, let's take these stairs. And then malware bites will interrupt me. Because of course it will. Alright, blow 'em up. But yeah, the purposes of that persona I made will be useful for a fusion spell that we actually specifically need it for. We're going to start getting into the territory where we need to use very specific personas with specific skills for fusion spells. Alright, here are the relief fall. Let's blow up the enemies. We got Last Battalion first. Oh, this is free. You know what to do. Blow them up. I'm not even gonna grace them with the actual animations. They're just dead. They don't deserve the animations. That's how bad they are. Alright, let's have a chat. Hey, it's pretty faint, but did you feel that? It's like a sense of oppression. My persona's telling me that it's him. Your imposter's here, Tatsuya. Getting some bad vibes. Looks like Mustache Man has given up the skulls yet. Let's get him all first, give him a good scare. Alright. Like it or not, this is the last one. Let's steel ourselves and do this. We battle against ourselves, but your hearts will overcome your other nature in the end. Only one more. Just one last time we'll have all the crystal skulls, other than the Heaven Skull. After that, we only have to defeat Father. Yeah. Alright, let's go. I hate how the camera changes. Alright. We need to go find the next stairwell. Which is not here. But yeah, this dungeon doesn't have much in terms of gimmicks. Which is pretty nice, honestly. The gimmick is basically just the stairs, which is nowhere near as bad as Persona 1's stair maze at the end of the Snow Queen quest, which was an absolute nightmare, and I never want to do it again. I already had to do it again for retro achievements, and it was terrible there too. Like, never ask me to play Snow Queen again, please. Ever. What is this? Nothing. Fuck you, game. But yeah, never ask me to play Snow Queen ever again. I never want to do that godforsaken stairs maze again. That and the Jack Frost that resist everything was not fun either. Trust me, it's terrible. I hated it. Alright, my god, the encounter rate is out of control today.
You want some?
Of course, it's my favorite enemies in the world, these fucking chuckle fucks. Please kill them. Thank you. I do need to restore June's SP though. Cause this dude's not leveling up anytime soon. Alright. But yeah, please never ask me to... Right, yeah, my money. We're gonna talk about the money thing. Did I just restored my HP. I really hope I didn't use something good. Oh well. Alright, stairs. Trisha's Spring, but we don't need the Trisha's Spring. We are here for the straight hall that leads straight to the relief hall. Once again, for the last time. How the hell are you losing these guys? God, the last battalion sucks. And once again, because we're going to nuke these guys in the next entry, I'm not even going to grace them with the animations. They didn't even deserve the animations. That's how easy they were. Alright, that's it. That's all the relief halls. Let's have a chat. It's still faint, but I think we're getting closer. When I saw the fake you at the caracol, it really scared me. It's like you were an unfeeling machine. Hey, Tatsuya's kind of an unfeeling machine. He's the silent protagonist. Leo. It embodies the element of fire and symbolizes justice and leadership, as well as generosity and life. Tatsuya. It's a constellation worthy of you. I don't know, man. So, when it comes to Tatsuya, people like to argue that even though his arcana is the sun, they like to say that Tatsuya is more a representation of the reverse side of the sun, rather than the upright version of the sun. I don't know much about tarots, so that could be right. Sure, Tatsuya's a stand-up guy. Man, I get weird sense of security around here. Wasn't you laying out a little thick? You keep putting on public displays of brohood with him, you're gonna find a raging bull man be after you. Uh-oh. Wait, what were you saying to him, June? I said Leo is fitting for Tatsuya. Don't you think, Lisa? He's strong, free, and won't be tied down by anyone. And that's really all you said? Mm-hmm. Well, okay then. What are you doing on the, what are you on the floor for? You're in my way, Akichi. Something's fishy about this too. Taurus is perfect for Lisa. Ow! Every now and then, Kiko just loses it completely. She goes crazy and they have to do a touch-on. Yo, I still find it hilarious that we literally put that nickname in at the start of the game and it barely ever gets brought up at all. Hilarious. I could have played the most bullshit name ever and we would barely see it. I felt the same thing as Lisa. I was only being proactive when I said that Junkun was like your shadow, but this time we really are facing your shadow. You'll be fighting yourself. Hang in there, Tatsuya-kun. Alright. Well, we're almost there. Let's go. This way.
You want some?
But yeah, since we're almost there, once we get to the Leo door, I am going to run all the way back, murder everything on the way, and go get the double EXP. Then I get to run all the way back, which is going to be great, but I'm going to use a Stoma for that.
Do you want my autograph?
So, surprisingly, this temple was a lot shorter because really the stair gimmick is not nearly as bad as the other gimmicks that we've had to deal with along the way. Though I do have a game plan as to how we're going to deal with Shadow Tatsuya. Much further is it this?
It's whoop-ass time!
Well, I'm up.
Did I overdo it?
I don't like these one enemy encounters because they don't give me that much in terms of the XP. I'm still aiming for level 65. Okay, I can sense it. Tatsuya's persona is seething with anger. Tatsuya's imposter should be waiting just ahead. Oh, that's the right way. Okay, yeah, no. So I took a wrong turn. Alright, blow him up. This is the kind of encounter we want to see, because this is big EXP. Really, the only one who's using SP by a ton is June, but, you know, who cares about that? Alright. So that's the right way. We don't want to go that way yet. Oh my god. I'm ready to just a Stoma and grab the shit and go.
You want my autograph?
But I need this EXP. I mean, it's only fortunate that I basically one-turn everything. Well, technically two, since, you know, I had these fusion spells to kill them. But, you know. Alright, did I take a wrong turn? There's an item over there. Oh my god. Yeah, I did take a wrong turn.
You want some?
Alright. Blow him up. Fortunately, walking back isn't going to take that long. Especially if I'm using a Stoma. So I'll have plenty of time for the double EXP. He's not going to get me level 65, especially like at the rate I'm going. Well, this encounter rate decides to stop. Oh, hey, look, Leo masks. We haven't seen these guys. They're dead. And they're the reason why I can't use Salamander in this dungeon. If they didn't exist, I'd be using the strategy I've been using for the other temples. Just use Salamander, blow them up. Oh my god, really? What the hell is this? Well, I'm up.
Did I overdo it?
Alright. This is... Can I dump extras of items I have? No. Well, that sucks, because I have too many items. Ah, boy. That's a problem. Alright. So I'm assuming this last chest is near the boss, then. But if that's the case, then I'm going to go back... Well, actually, no. I said I was going to go to the Leo door. So once we reach the Leo door, then I'll cut and spend like 5 minutes sitting in front of the Sumaru Genie, holding the speed up button to get to the dialogue. And then when I don't get my result, I have to reload my save and then go walk back over and then do it again. And probably don't get the results I want. Then walk back over and do it again. If I can reach level 64 before then, that'd be nice. I will be keeping counters on during my return trip. Alright, this is the wrong way. But yeah, I'll be keeping counters on during the return trip so that way I can get more XP. If I can reach level 64 just from regular encounters,
I know they're demons.
but it'll make my life easier because we're gonna get 47k from the boss. Hell, I could probably guess no. Too many encounters. Case in point, I can't afford to have the XP boost on the way. I can't afford to have encounters on the way because there are so many of them. I will probably lose my XP boost.
Serves you right.
Even though I basically have the path now because I can just check the map, I'm not gonna risk it. I want that 47k. But since okay, so 150 billion encounters.
It's whoop-ass time.
I don't think I have my pact with you guys anymore. Yeah, I don't. But I don't need any more judgment cards. I'm only thinking about that because I have to use more free cards soon for another fusion. Also, I don't know why going to the contact menu causes animations to slow down so significantly. But it only lasts for like one turn. Oh, here it is. 3 physical guards. And here it is. Beyond this door is Tatsuya's shadow. But I want to maximize on my EXP gain, so I'm going to run all the way back and go to the Sumaru Genie for double EXP. So I will be back in probably 20 minutes. The last time it took me like 11 minutes to get it. So we'll see. I'll be back. Also, remember that we're going to want to use Apollo on Tatsuya for this fight. So, if you have Apollo, use him. If you have another persona with Tatsuya whose name is not Nessa, use him too! Because we're going to try and do some shenanigans to make this fight end even faster. So I'll be right back. Okay, it surprisingly didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to, but this is it. This is the last one. So we're going to save the game as always. We have Apollo on Tatsuya, but I also need to put Abido Seimei back on Maya. So we want Apollo on Tatsuya. I temporarily put Venus on Lisa because we're going to be using Neza to stab Tarakaja on turn 1. Now you'll notice that a main difference is that Venus now nulls Dark. By using your ultimate personas during the boss fights against their shadow selves, you will gain nullification to Dark, which is very useful for the end game. I'm not going to say why, but we'll get to that when we get to that. We also still have Abi no Seimei. Kronos already knows Dark, But I'd like to point to the fact that Venus repels all magic, so you don't need to worry about Dark Nullification. But we don't really use Venus, so we don't care about that. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. I have a stone up still. Good job making it here, Tatsuya. I'm your shadow. I know full well what goes on in your heart. Well, any luck finding a dream? Have you discovered the fabled meaning of life? Some life. Aimless and irritating. You must have figured out by now that your life has no meaning whatsoever. It's a scream to watch. You're nothing but a puppet with tangled strings, ready to try and get free. Tell me I'm wrong. Can we really tell him that he's wrong, though? Of course you can't. You're a sad puppet who can't even figure out what he wants. A man like you can never save even one person, let alone the world. Why, I bet that deep down inside you actually hate June. So, this is the choice that actually matters. If you pick the second or third option, you will gain a new negotiation option with June if you did not choose him in Tara's temple. If you did, this choice I don't think matters at all, but I think that deep down, he only did what Tatsuya would have done. It's that weakness that makes you who you are. Weakness is a sin. I reject your weakness. Prepare to die here.
I can sense it. You and your other you. I'm your shadow. Though visible, I cannot be dismissed. However, I can. The sun is irreplaceable because it is seen. I shall incinerate you with my dark flame and make the power of light mine. True. It is the destiny of a shadow to vanish into darkness. The time has come for my bright flame to bring about a true dawn.
Alright, the last of the Shadow Cells, Shadow Tatsuya. I think this is canonically the only time in the entire series where we actually fight the protagonist Shadow Self. Huh, you know, weirdly enough, the Oracle's trying to tell me this isn't the only time, but at the same time, I can't seem to remember when else this happened. Huh, that's weird. But anyway, let's talk to him.
Scared to fight me?
No, shut up. Anyway, Shadow Tatsuya has all the stuff that Tatsuya has, blah blah blah, we all know the rest. Dark Nova Kaiser is basically reverse Nova Kaiser, you know. We've gone over this song and dance 3 times now. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of doing it at this point. So we're going to set Tarakaja. And then from there, we're just going to go straight up on the offensive. So let's start with Foamy Lover, because it does water damage. Tatsuya's just going to use Gigantic Fist because our Nova Kaiser's not going to work on him. At least I think so. You know, let's try it. I doubt it will, but we'll see. And then Abe no Seimei can just use Tetrakarn on itself, because that makes Maya basically invincible. We got our attack buff going. See how much Foamy Lover does. Oh, it's a decent amount. Oh my god, it actually works. Holy Jesus, I do a lot. Alright, what do you got? Agidan. Okay. Well, I have unfortunate news for you, buddy. Now that I've set up Tarakaja, Oh, it's on. Alright, Lisa, bring out the killer. And now that we have the killer, it's time to watch this fight end incredibly fast with our best skill, Dashing Strike. Everyone else can just do whatever because this is going to do some big damage. Hell, since now I know Nova Kaiser actually works, I didn't think they did, but the more you know. Hit him with everything.
Let's go, everybody!
Look at that damage. I killed him already!
Not bad. About what I'd expect from myself. But even if you beat me, you can't get rid of your own shadow. I'll always be there.
My other self, the light of day now shines upon the vast lands within thee. No works of darkness shall bar our path.
You know, I'm gonna be... Oh, hi, Pixie. Thanks for interrupting the moment, God. But still, I am impressed that absolutely eviscerated him. He did not even see it coming. He just got nuked to hell. Anyway, so much Shadow Tatsuya. He is now dead. We have now successfully beaten all the Shadow Selves. Tatsuya, I deserve your hatred. I don't mind if you hate me. Don't be so mopey, Jun. Baba and Yoshiro-sama have done the same thing too. Me too, and hey, we're friends. The massacre wasn't just your responsibility, Jun. Jun-kun, you should have more trust in your friends. True friends are those you can rely on when you're suffering most. Whatever Tatsuya said. Tatsuya-kun, let's get this done. This is it. This is the last skull. I am the skull of raging fire. If my slumber is disturbed, wind will go unchecked, and water will lose its purpose. That's all 4 skulls. Next step is Maya's phone. So I should actually get reception here. Yeah, it's kind of funny that these cell phones get reception in the weirdest places in this series. Hello, Maya speaking. Maya-san, sorry to bother you, but we got trouble. Whoa, what's wrong, Tamaki-san? Calm down and... What? Prince Taurus took Miss Ideal? He struck when the chief and I were out. Sorry, Tarashi was there, but he got creamed pretty bad. And for what Tarashi said, that bull guy was saying something about a sacrifice. Oh no. Isn't that a part of the Enlaketh? Of course, how careless of me. The woman who authored the Enlaketh with my father was named Maya Okamura. Father said she would be sacrificed when the oracle was fulfilled. As the one with Mayan blood, she is the Maya maiden. The person's still alive? What's he want a middle-aged lady like her for? Their destination is no doubt Zabalba. We should be able to follow them through Heaven's Gate 7s, the Narurata Stone. That's the secret of the Narurata Stone? Gotcha. The sooner we leave, the better. Next stop, 7s. Yeah, about that. We are going to sidetrack a little bit. Now that we have finished all 4 temples, we can now go buy new CDs at Gigamacho. But there is actually something else we need to do before that. We need to pay a visit to our favorite place I'm going to be spending an unhealthy amount of time at when I'm done with this recording. The Abandoned Factory. After finishing all 4 temples, if you come to the Abandoned Factory, there is something waiting for us here. And it's available after we do the temples. Here on the 2nd floor is this gop. I was supposed to go on a date today with my girlfriend, but with the city in such chaos, I didn't get any time off. There's supposedly a secret CD at Gigamacho that I promised to buy her. I don't even know if it really exists. Well, I should get back to my rounds. Well, I get out of here too. This is a restricted district after all. A secret CD at Gigamacho, huh? Sounds to me like a rumor. Well, now we got it. Let's get out of here. I'll be back later. Abandoned factory. Don't worry. We're gonna have fun together since I can't use the temples to grind at anymore. It feels like it's been a while since we spread a rumor. But we do have other rumors that we're gonna have to deal with in the near future. For now, though... Hello, Chief. Tatsuya looks fine to me. Oh. Sorry for having that teacher. It looks like Tatsuya took quite a beating. So, you want me to spread some rumors? Yeah, sure, here. Secret CD at Giga Macho. Thank you. Alright, let's talk to Tadashi. Oh, he looks fine to me. I was here and I couldn't stop them from kidnapping the teacher. I'm so ashamed. Guess I don't count for this job. Should I play a big game designer instead? That sounds like it might be fun. Pull yourself together, Tadashi. You're lucky you got a taste of the violence you admired. Yeah, but it hurt. Oh my god, we're just gonna leave them to their moment. Alright, now that we've spread the rumor, let's go buy that secret CD at Giga Macho. Once again, we still have to buy these one at a time. So, the rest of these are here normally, but Persona Dance is only available if you spread the rumor about the secret CD. And unfortunately, as always, we have to do these one at a time. I mean, we don't really need to buy these. They're just kind of here if you want them. But I want them, so that's why I'm getting them. Plus, this dude's probably getting bored sitting here while the freaking city is flying in the sky. Alright, bye, guy. Alright, so with that, all that remains is to go to Seven Sisters High. Because from there, it will take us to where we need to go. To Zabalba. Well, we're already at Zabalba, but you know what I mean. The actual dungeon Zabalba. But before we do that, we're going to do a couple more Persona fusions. Where we go. We're going to need some Moon cards, which I already have. But we're also going to need some Justice cards. Because we need to make Bishamonten. He is needed for a fusion spell. We also need the material card that we bought from the casino. Speaking of the casino. Why do I have so much money all of a sudden? Hold on, how many parts do I need for this? 189. Alright. Hi there. I need 189 justice cards. I'm running low on free cards. I'm probably gonna have to go negotiate with some demons to get some more. And there you go. But yeah, we're gonna go to the casino, and oh boy, the money making has escalated to absurd degrees at this point with what we can do in terms of selling shit. So with our 189 cards, we will make Bishamonten. He at least has a fire skill, so that way I can use Salamander to farm him up. Go. I am not even gonna bother reading that first sentence. I am the guardian of Buddhism and warriors, Bishamonten. With wealth and prosperity, I bring about your victory. Yeah, get in the card, buddy. Then there's still one more. With the moon cards I have gathered, we are going to make Tsukiyomi. And he's got buffs on buffs. And that's basically all he has that matters. Buffs on buffs. So you can up magic attack with Makakaja and magic defense with Samakaja. Once again, that's all he's really good for. So I'm going to give him a card so I can use him in fusion spells. I'm running low on good cards. I always give him Megidola. Gosh, well, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give him this Tarakaja card, so that way I can use him as a buff machine. I am Tsukuyomi, the heartless shadow of the moon lingering in the wastelands. I shall illuminate your soul with the hunter's moon. Yo, I just made a terrible mistake. I think I have to return this to do later for another material card. So I just wasted my Tarakaja card. I was planning on using him as a buff machine, because then I don't have to use Nezha for Tarakaja, but I think I'm gonna have to return this guy later, so that sucks. Ah, damn it. Well, that's unfortunate. Guess I'm gonna need to use Nezha from this point on. Well, let's get a Tarakaja card for returning something else. Damn it. I need search for a fusion spell, so I can't return him. Look at all this other shit I have. I am not returning the ultimate process. Though, I would like to make a special note of the return item for Beelzebub, the Prosecutor's Diary. We won't be using that for a very long time, but keep it in the back of your hat for a little while. It's going to be key to unlocking the most powerful fusion spell in the game, and I'm not even joking you this time. We're not talking about Dashing Strike being OP just because you nuke everything with your insane attack. No, I mean something even stronger. Anyway, we're going back to Moo. We're not here to gamble this time, unfortunately. But we are here to show off one of the prizes in particular. If you redeem for accessories, you can get the Miracle Object. This thing sells for a lot of money, and if you have enough coins to buy 99 of them, you can overload your money so hard you will become the richest dude in Samara City. You can also buy more Star Metal boots, which are better than basically every other boots we can buy. So, disguise kits are no longer as viable. If you want to get big money fast, just get the other thing. But that's all we are going to do today, because our next destination is Seven Sisters High, and from there, that will take us to Zabalba. But I also have to go grind ranks again at the factory, so that's going to be fun. So next time, we will go back to where basically almost all this started. The first dungeon in the game. So, I will see you then.